The village of Brackenford was known for two things: its winding cobblestone streets and the ancient clock tower that presided over the town square. Children grew up with the steady tick of its great gears echoing through their days, and elders rested in the comfort that time, at least here, was predictable. But there was one person who knew the clock hadn't always behaved so obediently: Ilara Marin, the last in a long line of clockmakers. Ilara's grandfather, Rowan Marin, used to tell her stories when she was very young. Stories of how the clock tower was not only a keeper of time but a guardian of moments. Ordinary people measured hours and minutes, he said, but the Marins measured everything time carried with it: memory, emotion, possibility. Ilara believed these stories at 5 years old. By 12, she dismissed them as fairy tales meant to entertain children. By 17, she forgot them entirely, until the day the clock stopped. It happened without warning. One crisp autumn morning, just as the sun stretched its first pale rays over the rooftops, the great bell that chimed each hour let out a low groan and fell silent. The hens on the tower froze at 6:17, and the familiar tick vanished as if swallowed. In a place like Brackenford, the villagers weren't usually dramatic, but the clock stopping was enough to send them bustling into the streets with anxious murmurs. They knocked on Ilara's door before breakfast. "Ilara, something's wrong with the tower," cried Mrs. Hobb from next door. "You're a Marin. You must know what to do." Ilara tried to explain that she mostly repaired pocket watches and gentle old pendulums, not massive historical marvels with gears the size of horses. But the villagers insisted. She was a Marin, and Marins had always tended the tower. With little choice, she climbed the narrow stairs to the clock room. Dust swirled in the cold air, and the giant copper gears loomed above her like beasts frozen mid-roar. She expected to find something mechanical: a broken gear, a rusted pivot. Instead, she found something impossibly strange. The air shimmered around the central mechanism as though heated, though the room was icy. And at the heart of the gears, where the motion should have been, there hung a suspended orb of light, pulsing faintly like a dying heartbeat. Ilara stumbled back. "Grandfather? What did you leave me?" As she approached the orb, a whisper brushed her ears, though no one stood behind her. "Ilara Marin, time is unraveling." She froze. "Who said that?" "The clock remembers you," the voice said gently, "and it needs your hands." Ilara forced herself closer. The orb brightened, revealing within it a swirling landscape, fragments of moments, fleeting images of people she didn't recognize: a mother holding a newborn, a soldier